Hi, everybody. Welcome to
Hi.
season 2 of the W.E.Podcast. This is really cool. I keep forgetting we're on video. I'm looking at my notes. It's the first time for us, folks. This is season 2 of the W.E.Podcast. Uh, and my name is Amanda. This
I'm Dr.
is
Art.
Dr.Art joining me. We're excited to be back. Are you excited for what we're going to get into today?
Yeah, I'm excited, but I'm hot also.
Yes. As always,
So
I'm joining from
don't mind
Toronto.
if I'm
It's, I think,
sweating.
yeah. Not at all. Not at
I'm
all.
not nervous, it's
Uh,
just it's very hot.
yes, yes. I totally understand. It is, I think, 2 a.m. in Toronto right now. So that means
And
it's about midday
in
in
Rajkot.
India.
Today I'm in
Yeah,
Rajkot actually.
in yes, in the wonderful city of Rajkot. Oh gosh, we'll have to do another episode where we talk about India because otherwise I'll keep talking about it all episode. But I think I said that enough times in the first season how much I love it. But how hot is it today?
I think 40 degrees, something 40, 41.
Ooh, okay. I think it's about 2 degrees in Toronto. So yeah, folks, we better get into it because I don't want my sister to melt. Um, she has also shut off the AC for the best audio because that's how much we love you guys. But today we are starting the second season, like we said. This might be a double feature. We might try to record two back to back, but we'll see. We'll see timing and we'll see how hot it gets for you, Guru.
Yeah.
I think we kind of set a mission statement for this season, right? Um, calm in the chaos, I think is what we were floating around some ideas as we do. I have my notes here. Now you'll be able to see how these conversations unfold. Um, but do you want to introduce the first episode, or you want me to introduce the first episode
You can do
of what
that.
we're going to be talking about today?
And
Okay,
then we can tag
so
along. I love
uh,
the way you do it.
okay, thanks. I'll start by asking a question. Would you say you're a goal-oriented person?
I would say I was not, but now I try to be because it keeps me
Ooh,
organized.
okay, okay, I like it. I like it. Well, I have to say that my whole life, I think I was conditioned to constantly set goals, probably because I was an athlete
Yeah.
at first when I was young. So this is going to be really cool because we're coming at it from slightly different angles, but I think we both see the importance of it. So today, folks, I don't have a title for the episode. Usually I do, but today we're talking about goal setting. Maybe by the end of it, if we come up with a title, maybe that can be a goal that we
Yeah.
set is to come up with a title for the episode. Uh,
Let's set goal.
but we're gonna yeah, there you go. That's our goal. But yeah, we're gonna get into you know, different ideas around goal setting. The idea of this, like the New Year's resolution. I think when in our notes, let me just see here, we put some rules for goal setting, and then we'll talk about our own lives too,
So
and
I
give an
think
example.
we
So that's
started
our
with
agenda.
this by discussing like we were discussing it that why do we have to start our any new resolution or any new thing at the time of New Year only?
Yes,
Why can't we do it at the mid year or
yes,
why can't we do it anytime? Because
yes,
is it like we
and
are
that.
procrastinating by social acceptance or what? Like I think we started.
And I think that's
That's how we started discussing this.
100%, 100%. So we were planning out the season and we were thinking about what we want to do. And this was like the first topic that we thought to discuss. And I remember specifically the New Year's resolution comment because the idea of New Year's, I guess, like conventionally speaking, Western New Year's, and a lot of people celebrate January 1st, but it's not the only New Year's
No, it's
date
not.
that's
So in
celebrated,
India, there are
right? And
different state-wise, there are different New Years also.
yes, yes, I know this. I remember this because after Diwali is Gujarati New Year. Uh, and I'd never heard of that growing up. We hear about Chinese New Year here. It's like big celebration. There's usually like I don't know if there's like an official parade, but there's always like some sort of celebration that happens here. But I'd never heard of any other New Year's other than the like January 1st and the Chinese New Year. So that was really cool. So if you're setting a New Year's resolution, it's kind of like if it has to be tied to the new year, you already have three options. Which would,
Oh, in India, you have more than three
there you
actually.
go.
We have Gudi Padwa, we have Navroz,
Yeah.
we have Ugadi. There are plenty of it.
So there you go.
You name it and we have it. I always tell you that India is a prosperous
It's
state.
true.
We have everything.
Everything is in India. Yes. Yes. And, I haven't visited all of India. Obviously that would take a while, but I'm up for that task someday. But certainly from what I've seen, even just in Gujarat, which is mainly where I visited, so many things, so many things. And some of the best food that I've had was definitely in India, and not just Indian cuisine. Other types of cuisine I've had in India and thought, man, I've never had a dish this good. Um, uh, I think in Mumbai we had
And
tacos, and I was blown away. They were so good.
and
Uh,
our specialty is that will make all the cuisine into Indian twist with Indian twist.
it's
We
true.
make Chinese, which you will not find anywhere in China, but you will find it
In
in Indian.
India,
So it is Indian
so it's
Chinese.
specific to that. Um, Uh, Let me see if I can connect that back to goal setting. I feel like it is a goal of India to like that your culture is so strong that it's felt everywhere. Like in everything you do, you are good at like adapting, but then also you understand and feel the Indian culture come through. So I don't know if that's a goal.
Yeah.
That's the closest I can connect it to a goal. uh, but get
Yeah, so
yeah,
we can come back to goal. So we how I remember we started was like why we put a resolution. Everybody, like it's not me, you. It's I think I can say it as a blanket statement that we put a goal on 31st of the December, and then on the first we are very firm, and then by the time 30th January or 31st January, we don't know where that goal went, and we will be back to the where our adaptive
and
mode.
I think it's a good point because you put unnecessary pressure. So in my workplace, when it comes to like close to the holidays and close to New Year's, people will have these discussions, and I've heard it both ways. Where I've heard some people are really they really take the opportunity, like they come in with the right mindset, so they take the opportunity. New Year's is coming. I'm gonna set a goal. Even some people like there's a lot of like Catholics in all over the world, but certainly in North America, and they'll have a different idea of goal setting around Lent leading up to Easter where they'll give up something. And so it's kind of like a goal that I'm going to discipline myself to give something up. And it's connected to their faith. But so when people go in with the right mindset, it sticks. And then there's other people who will say, I used to set goals, I used to set New Year's resolutions, and they never stuck. And it's probably because they were thinking about it the same way you're saying, right? Where you set a goal and then you can't remember it 2 weeks later. So if your heart's not in it, you're probably not going to keep this resolution. And then you're going to feel on top of it, you're going to feel bad, right? And potentially, or like beat yourself up about it. But what if you didn't have to set a goal for, you know, December 31st to start? What if you take the idea of the mindset and let that lead you to set a goal so that you're actually motivating yourself by your inner will instead of just like a calendar, right? To keep it. Um, uh, has it happened to you? Have you set New Year's resolutions? And this wasn't in the notes, but I always go off book.
So,
Uh,
it's like earlier also. Earlier, I never used to call it a goal, but I used to have a resolutions that I'm going to do this, that. But I used to always, end up either delaying it or not doing it or failing it, and then I'll feel guilty and I'll not start only.
Yeah.
So I personally, from my personal experience, what I feel, we need to understand why our pattern is such, and then why we are, failing, or we are not starting. So if you because there is lot of pressure when you set a goal inside. It's not that you are putting on me or I am putting on you, but it's that we are putting lot of, because we see so many perfect figure around us. Like example, for me, weight has been a very big challenge throughout my life. I have been yo-yoing since childhood, I think. So if I set a goal, I achieve it also, but somehow something happens and I was an emotional eater, so I end up gaining weight. So I never understood my pattern, but I used to always blame me that I cannot maintain my weight. I had lot of limiting beliefs around my weight. So that will always let me self sabotage. So I need to understand where my goals, why I am not able to keep up my goal. And we can I think we can what I have learned is, we can set goal in three different zone, like minimum, ideal, and maximum. Like if I want to walk, minimum, no matter what, no matter, this is non negotiable, I'll walk at least 5,000 steps a day. My target is 10,000, and maximum I'll not exceed 12,000, more than 12,000, so I don't overexert myself. This is just an example. So if you keep like that, so you can also have a breathing space between. And some days when you are not okay, or when you are overly motivated, that time you can go till maximum, and some days you can go till minimum. And ideal, like out of 30, you can be ideal also. So I think it's very important to be inconsistently consistent, rather than focusing on being consistent 100%.
Yeah.
That's what my
Yeah.
personal
I
experience is.
think we're hitting on a theme of this conversation, which is like the the how would I say this? The balance between uh, setting a goal that should motivate you and then making sure that you're not so rigid and restricting yourself. Like you have to set a goal, you have to set a New Year's resolution, you have to achieve your goal a certain way. I love the scale that you just said. The what was it? Minimum, maximum, ideal.
Minimum, ideal, and maximum.
Yes.
Minimum is non-negotiable. Even if you're
Yeah.
dying, I will do that. I'll die after doing this much. It's just I'm talking extremist, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It's not like I will not do
No.
it because I don't feel like doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So another way to put it, like motivation wears off, but discipline which gives you a system.
Yeah.
So try to be disciplined rather than motivated.
Yeah, and
It's like that.
the other thing I like about that too is thinking about feeling motivated or feeling like um not abandoning your goal. If you put so much pressure on yourself, it would be
Yeah.
really devastating when you're not able to take the actions and the steps towards meeting your goal. But if you set it on a scale, it's like a so for me, I talked about having MS last season, so go check out season one. It's just audio though, sorry. And for me, goal setting around like for my health, I've definitely struggled with weight as well, but um, a lot of my struggle with MS was staying physically active as much as I could, not letting my fatigue win, and it can be incredibly difficult. I'm very fortunate now that I feel like I have a handle on my MS and I have really good like medicine and support. But um, I would always apply that sort of minimum threshold. Okay, even if all I'm doing today is getting out of bed and putting my clothes on and brushing my teeth and like just doing like the bare minimum hygiene, maybe like walking a few steps. For me, that was still achieving a step towards the goal of being like working full time was my goal. And I have worked full time for many years now, which I'm so grateful for. But working up to that, like if I did that, or like I have a cat, she might surface at some point. Um, feeding Chloe. That was like, okay, you've done something productive, you've done something, even if it's just so minor, 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 celebrating that and keeping that minimum, I think is a great way um, to keep yourself hopeful. And I also really like what you said about changing patterns. So we talked about this a bit again in season one. I'm really not trying to just shout out season one so people go listen to it, but I'm biased because I've listened to it a few times. I think we did a good job. Um, we talked a lot about like a few episodes about like mental hygiene, right? And you're talking about patterns
Yep.
and habits, and so we'll get to like the rules of goal setting in a second. But I know because obviously we're sisters, I talk to you like all the time. Can you talk a bit about uh, that like leap even just in thinking because you went on a really awesome journey last year and you've shared a bit of it if you don't mind sharing a bit because I think it really contributes to goal setting and you've done a lot of work, Guru. I've seen you. uh, it's been really cool to watch. I'd love for you to like talk about that a bit more, like the changing your behavior,
Yeah.
changing your thinking. People think goal, right? And you think of like, oh, I've set a goal and then I just run towards it. But no, it if you really want it to stick, there's more to it, right?
There are
Yeah,
layers to it.
yeah,
Yeah, there are layers to
yeah.
it than just setting the goal.
hmm so like, what was one? Yeah,
So,
talk to me. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, you tell
No,
me.
no, no. I was gonna say you say like I was gonna ask you a specific question, and then I'm like, no, no, you just tell me. I'd rather you just speak.
So, sorry to interrupt
No,
you,
you didn't.
but I thought that because of connection, I sometimes, back and forth it
Yeah, yeah,
happens.
yeah. It's okay.
So thank you for making me feel special by saying that my hard work is valid, because we all seek validation and at the end of the day, just it should not be from outside, which I used to do. That I didn't have the awareness, only first of all, until 2021 or 2022. Then I started working on myself. That time I got awareness that I have so much, I kept so much on others to give me happiness, rather than it's my own thing. Like I will talk about it in our, I think, in our second episode, about boundaries and all. So I'm not going to go into detail, but my problem was setting boundaries, because I didn't know that there is I have a right to build boundaries. So that first of all, I got awareness, then I got recognition of my patterns, like what all my pattern is. Because what happens is, though we are very smart, we are very intellectual individual, and we are very have IQ, but there is always our subconscious is there, which is either screw up, or it will give you the 100% result as you have conditioned. You can unlearn it, you can relearn it, but it requires effort. You cannot say that, oh, today my subconscious is I have learned everything and it will work on its
Yeah,
own.
cause
We have to put in effort every day, every day, every day, because our minds, if you go to our survival era, like our caveman's era, our mind's first job, it was a tool for us to keep safe
hmm
from predators. Like there were only two concepts, predators and preys.
hmm
So we didn't want to become preys, we just wanted to survive. So our mind's job is to keep us safe. So where we see change, where we see something different which is not out of in our system, then it will take it. Our mind is lazy, it doesn't like
yeah,
efforts. So if it is habitual, it will play on autopilot. That is our first instinct. So if I am habitual of skipping exercise, I have to make that much effort, so my mind can feel that no, doing exercise is my
yeah,
routine, it
yeah.
is safe for
You're
me.
fighting
It's not
years of
that it
programming.
doesn't understand
Yeah,
the nitty gritty of thriving or surviving.
yeah,
For it, this person should be breathing and alive, that's it. And so for me, so many failed attempt, or so many repeated yo-yoing, like becoming ideal weight and becoming emotional eating, and then landing up in obesity, was such that I used to get so much scared that before starting only I'll say, oh, and there is no point, because so this is self sabotage. Our mind will play all the reels where we have failed.
hmm
So rather than that, we cannot like break it instantly. We have to break it by piece by piece by piece. So what I did was, I thought that I'm crossing 40 now. My goal is to become healthy, and I am a person who eats whatever is healthy. I started telling myself that. So that changed a lot of my health, eating habit. So if you want to change any habit, I told you earlier also, it takes 21 days, and to create a new neuroplasticity, it takes 90 days. So if you do anything for 90 days, it can become your routine.
Mhm.
And if you want to do a identity shift, that yeah, I'm a person who only eats what is good for myself, that at least takes 6 to 8 months
Mhm.
continuous efforts.
Mhm.
So that way you can slowly stack up your habits, and you can change. Even if you fail, like say there is 30 days, I don't eat healthy for all 30 days, I might end up doing cheat days also. But you can give yourself a buffer, like in 30 days I allow myself 3 or 4 days or
Mhm.
a week. If
Yeah.
you want to go slow, it's a week, that I will not, I am talking about weight, but you can apply it on any habit building or goal setting. So in that goal you have given yourself a buffer, so you don't feel guilty that, oh, but you should not exceed that buffer also. That should be your responsibility, that you should be mindful about. So then I started that. Then I thought that now my food habit is on the track. Now I need to do exercise. Now exercising was a bit difficult for me. So what I did, I joined the gym, and I just thought that my goal is to not reduce weight. I tricked my mind that my goal is not to reduce weight, my goal is to do daily exercise at least 4 days a week.
Mhm.
So that way I trick my mind that I'm not, because if I do exercise, I'm going to anyway build my energy is going to lose, and I lost lot of weight also. But my mind, now exercise has become part of my routine, but my mind is not scared that, oh, I'm not losing weight, I'm not losing weight, because I tricked it.
Mhm.
So that way you need to know yourself. You only can, or if you need, you can seek help from other people also who know about this thing. And that way break your goals into minimum goal, ideal goal, and maximum goal. Give yourself a little bit of buffer. Don't go bare, like minimum goal is non-negotiable. You have to do it somehow.
Mhm.
And find the, like we all have daily, some people are morning people, some people are evening people. They so if you don't you are so tired in the evening, and then I go ask decide to go to gym, then I am definitely going to skip it. So if you know that first priority is gym, then go in early in the morning. But if you think that my time is in the evening, I only get time in the evening, and I have energy to push it off, then you can do it in the evening. So that way you can when you are charged, and that time finish it off, so you don't have to think about it in the rest of the day. And that way you can be disciplined, and you don't need a motivation or anything. And you can follow certain people online who are doing like who are you have similar goal, like the people who are doing exercise, the people who have already achieved the goal, so you can get little bit motivated also, and stay connected on the lane, so your subconscious can absorb, and the self sabotage can
And
reduce.
you'll get tips
I
too.
think
Y-
that
Yeah.
way, I don't know, I have made it complex or easy. I just shared my experience with you.
Thank you. It's good. I was actually gonna read the rules. I have my phone, folks. I'm not gonna lie. I have my notes here. Uh, but I think that you touched on a lot of the rules that. So we set rules for goal setting, but I'm gonna be a contrarian right away and say that I don't think there are really any hard fast rules. Because
Yeah.
the
So that's the first thing, that because we are human beings, we don't like rules. So if you give rules, then the world will trigger so many things which you don't
so
like.
we'll call it
So we
advice.
have to trick
Yeah.
and say something else. It's not
Yeah.
rules. It's like to be successful, goal setting process. We can say
I
like
would
that.
say advice. That what I would say is I'd call it advice. Um, because people can take or leave advice, right? But if you say it like that, then they know they get to choose. So folks, uh,
Yeah, yeah. I know,
yeah,
I know,
and some
I
of
know.
these things we've already said, but I'll read from the list that we wrote when we were planning this, which was like usually we plan right before. This one we actually planned like in advance. So being realistic about your goals and setting a deadline or a duration, which you, so I'm going to go through this list, and I think a lot of these you actually touched on in your
Sure, sure.
experience, which is perfect. So being realistic,
So you can do is compile all the say like in a like a point wise.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So the first one is being realistic, setting a deadline or duration, focus on behaviors instead of like just results, focus on the behaviors that you're changing, being aware of your history. So when you were talking about, knowing that you will resist working out, so like you plan around that. So being aware of like your past, let's say, trauma or your triggers, or just, just being aware of yourself, really. Trying to find a quick win. Um, so well, this sounds like a business point, but it does work for goal setting, where you try to find something that you'll
Yeah,
succeed at right
you
away.
can put a reward system for
There you
yourself
go.
also.
Like if your goal is like to be healthy, it's really easy to just drink more water, let's say, right? Or just like try something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Hydration is also more
yeah, and then
important. Yes.
it's a quick win. You're like, okay, I'm working towards being healthier. It's something I've taken control of. Track your progress. I hear that all the time on like, if you, I don't have TikTok, but like in
Agree.
YouTube videos like that I watch, and everyone's track this, track this. So I definitely would say that it helps for goals, and it helps you like feel good too. Show up.
So
Um,
tracking, yeah.
yeah,
So tracking is like giving yourself, accountability that, oh, I have done this. That is a visual stimulus for your brain that this is, I have accomplished it. So it feels like, positive, like self
yes,
assurance. So that tracking is a good
yeah, and
idea. Yeah.
depending on like your history and your like when you do that work when you start, like I'm the type of person, so I don't know, some people really like lists, or they really like to like write it down, so it like you get excited about it, or you hold yourself accountable. Well, I know I got to track it, so if there's nothing in the tracking, I guess I better do something so that I can track it and I can have something written for today. um Show up
Yeah.
was the next one. It's a really simple, right? Just do the work every day. Just do the work, even if it's just the minimum. It's the only way you can accomplish the goal is to show up and do it, right?
Yeah.
Um, I we put give three like shields. I think that's kind of what you were talking about
Mm.
when you were talking about giving yourself like a cheat days, let's say, or like, being healthy doesn't mean that every single meal has to be 100% balanced, and like you'll have a little bit of a relaxed approach for certain meals, and kind of gives you like a little bit of flexibility, take some pressure off. Don't get attached to the result, get attached to the process. um,
Process.
I think
Yes.
that's just good advice for life. Like in most things, right? The
Yeah.
result is never as satisfying as the process. The work that you did getting there. Like I used to do theater, and when we got to the performance, it was wonderful, but some of the best stories I have are actually from the rehearsals. Like it's actually from
Yeah.
leading up to the big night. Once you perform it, then it's over. So I think that that's important for goal setting too. And then what is it? The power of now. Oh, that could be the episode title. We found it. Goal setting, the power of now. That's our episode title. uh, but it's kind of like linked to like showing up and the process. And then I like when you said follow other people like on, let's say, social media, or like look at stuff online, like surround yourself with like-minded people. And you could even
Yeah, you
go,
can have accountability partner
yes,
also, like you can ask me how many days did you go to gym, or I can share that I didn't go, or something, like we can have an arrangement.
yeah,
You can have shared interest friends also,
exactly, exactly.
that they can like let you fall bare minimum goal,
This.
and don't have too many goals at the same time, otherwise because we cannot keep up,
Yep. Yep. Very true. Very true. So let's end this way. Um, uh, let's set a goal for season 2, like for the We
Sure.
podcast. What do you think? What's an achievable goal for us? Uh,
My goal is to have a interesting conversation with you and enjoy.
Oh,
That's
awesome. Oh, we're already excelling at that. I like that one.
it.
I think I think the goal that I'll set.
If someone enjoys and listens to us and enjoys, that's a secondary part. We enjoy. That's it.
Yes. I think my goal will be to ask more questions, um, like than I do just like talking. Because once I get talking, I ramble. So I'm gonna try to ask you more
Yeah,
questions than I
we
do
can we
just.
can be more structured. We can be more structured.
Yeah.
That can be a
There you
goal.
go.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay. So
Because we both have a habit of if we are going to Toronto, we take U-turn and we go zigzag zigzag zigzag. We reach Toronto, but we have seen whole Canada before reaching
I feel like
Toronto.
it's just like a very much a stereotype that we prove to be very true about ladies when they chat and like we're close.
Ah.
We're classic for this. We'll say, "Oh, do you have 5 minutes?" And then we'll chat for 45 minutes and say, "Oh shoot, we lost track of time." Uh, but folks,
Yeah, that I am guilty for that.
it's okay. Me too. So everybody, we've set our goal. We've reached the end of the first episode of season 2 of the West East podcast. True to our word, we're going to do this season on video. We have a list of episodes planned out, and this will be pretty much the basic format. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. If you have ideas for topics or you're like you listening to us and you want to hear something, uh, please drop a comment. We do look for them, and we're hoping to continue to grow this and continue to have conversations that connect the West and the East. Because as we say at the end of the show, Vasudev Kutumbakam, we are all one family. So thanks for hanging out with
We are
us.
all
That's
connected.
right.
Yes.
Thanks for hanging out with us, Dr. Art. Thank you very much for another awesome conversation. I'll see you really soon because we are going to try to hop into episode 2. And once it's posted, we'll see everybody there as well. Thanks, everyone. Say bye, Dr.
God knows what I wouldn't do for my city. 3
Bye
for my
bye.
city, 4 for my city. No, I'm the one who'd go to war for my city. 5 for my city, 6 is my city. Holla at me if y'all vibe with my city. Come try on my city, don't you lie in my city. Symbol of truth, I'll fight for my city.
The West East Podcast is part of the We campaign, also known as Anti-East Indian Hate Campaign by Vairagya Entertainment. You can weigh in on the conversation in the meantime in our comments section or on our social media. You can also visit www.imshivam.net/w.e. Remember, Vasudev Kutumbakam. We are all one family. Until next time.